Mr. Hudson, you have an uphill battle. Tell us how we can help you and what you're going to do to keep us and keep that exemption in law.
Well, I don't think I need to encourage you too much to help us. You can do that by showing up. And I know you got a January 5th, you guys got a rally and a day at the Hill to come down and talk to me and talk to our colleagues. You might have to spend a little bit more time with them than me to convince them that you have the right to control your own life. Because that's really what this is. You know, one thing that is a pet peeve of mine as a person of color is all of the what we call live action role play, where you pretend to be part of something that you're not, right? And the big thing on the left is to pretend to be civil rights warriors, to pretend to be abolitionists, to pretend to be out there on the bleeding edge of the battle against chattel slavery, which was won hundreds of years ago, and the bleeding edge of the war for civil rights, which was won 80 years ago, right? You don't get credit for that with me. You don't get credit for being against chattel slavery in 2022. You don't get credit for being against Jim Crow in 2022. You want to prove to me that you care about human rights, that you care about freedom, that you care about liberty, then you better be on the right side of this issue.
Yes.
Because that's what those past atrocities have the same moral basis that this one does. You know, the plantation owner who said, I need cotton and you're going to pick it, is morally equivalent to the person today who says, I don't want to get sick, so you have to take the jab. Mm-hmm. I am placing, it is, and I want to be clear that I mean exactly what I just said, okay? It's not a gaffe, I mean it. You are equivalent to a plantation owner who enslaved black people and forced them to work for you. If you today, as a medical professional or just a member of the populace, demand that your neighbor take a vaccination to keep you safe, you do not own other human beings. I thought we settled that. You do not own your fellow human beings, which means you do not get to control their bodies. You do not get to make their choices. You do not get to set conditions that have the result of placing them into the position where they cannot live unless they do what you say. So a vaccine mandate that says you have to take this jab or you can't have a job. Your kids have to take this jab or they can't go to school. You have to take this jab or you can't go to church. You can't go in the hospital. These things make life unlivable. And stepping just a couple of steps short of full-blown slavery doesn't make it less an encroachment upon the lives of the people who you're oppressing. And so what I need from you is to show up to the Capitol and tell everybody who will give you even the time of day that message.